Hi, I'm going to show you how to cook a duck today. I wanted to try this myself because the video I saw by Delia Smith didn't have any comments on it. So we're going to try this, take you all the way to the finished completion and actually taste the product and see how good it is. So the first thing you want to do is get you a pan. Got this pan at the grocery store. Pull the paper out of it. Now one of the things you want to do is keep the duck up high. There's a lot of grease and fat that's going to settle as it cooks. So you want to keep it up, elevated off the bottom of the pan. You can use a rack if you have one. I don't have one. I'm going to use this vegetable steamer. Just put that in the pan. That'll keep the duck up high. I just went and bought a duck at the grocery store. This one weighs 5.84 pounds. Got the duck here ready to go. Unpackaged it, pull all the guts and everything out of it. Now the next thing you're going to do is just take it and go ahead and just set it right on the pan there. Since these boys have a lot of fat in them, you're going to take a skewer or something sharp and you're just going to take it and poke a bunch of holes in it. Okay? So the fat will come out while it's cooking. Just poke it a lot of times. Maybe, 15 times or so. Give it some places to drain. I don't have to do a whole lot of them, but evenly spaced. Okay. You got your oven preheated to 425 degrees. We're going to cook it in there for 20 minutes. Then after the 20 minutes is up, we're going to crank it down to 350 and cook it for about 3 hours. Before you put it in there though, you're going to get your salt and pepper. The salt helps bring out the oil and fat of the animal. Okay, sprinkle that on there. Then you're going to get some pepper. Throw a little bit on there. You don't need a whole bunch. Okay. Now we're going to throw this boy in the oven. We're going to cook it at 425 for 20 minutes. Got it open. Got it ready to go. Into the hole it goes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes at 425, so now we're just going to reduce the heat down to 350. So we just push that down, okay? Now we cook it for 3 hours, and what you want to do is about every 15-20 minutes you're going to pull that bad boy out and drain out the grease. Okay, we've been cooking for about an hour and a half now, and we did encounter one issue that you might want to consider. With our foil pan that we were using, somehow the rack inside the oven punctured a hole in it and some of the grease started dripping out onto the oven floor. So what we've done is added a secondary pan underneath the foil pan that is catching the drippings as it's coming out off of the bird. Now what you should be doing if we'd used a hard steel pan would be to take the pan out at regular intervals and actually pouring out the fat that's accumulating underneath your rack and draining that out and then putting it back in the oven. But in our condition we have the secondary pan underneath that's catching the grease as it drips through the hole in the aluminum pan. Everything seems to be looking good. Just wanted to check the grease dripping update and we'll check it back later. Okay people, the duck's been... Cut. I was trying to remember what to say. Okay people, the duck's been cooking for 3 hours. Now we're going to pull it out of the oven. Alright, you gotta be careful here. Make sure you have some hot pads so you don't burn yourself. Here's what it looks like. Okay, so you take it out of the oven. Now we're gonna let it cool down, and we'll be checking it to see how good it is. Okay, we've let the bird cool down the appropriate amount of time, and now we're going to cut it open and see what we got here. Just cut out a little piece here. And give it a try. Sure is good. Transferring over to another plate now. And just flip it over. Okay. Put it on your plate and you're ready to cut it up. And look at all that nasty grease that came out of there. That's what happens when you poke the holes in it and drain it out. You got to do that, or you end up with a nasty mess. This will show you about how much fat and grease comes out of that 5-pound bird, which is quite a bit. You got to get this out of there because this is what makes it taste nasty. But you always got to have some chicken standby just in case. Well, you always have to find out what the other people think. So let's find out. Okay, here we are with the bird. It's out of the oven. We got it on the plate. The next thing you got to do, it doesn't matter how good you think it is, you got to check with somebody else. So I'm going to try and cut a little piece off of here. Okay, there you go. Here's our guest of honor. Giving it a try. Freshly cooked duck.
Oh my God! That's good. It's good. Oh my God! We want more.
Rasta Dave cooks it up right. Now enjoy it.
It doesn't have one of those wishbones.
That's weird. I saw it.
Okay, here's about how much you get out of a 5-pound bird. That's probably about enough for 4 or 5 people, maybe. Maybe 6 people. Here we are eating the turkey. I mean the duck. Here we are eating the duck. Tastes great, nice and moist. No wallpaper tape taste. And just get you some green beans to go with it, some Hawaiian rolls, and some stuffing. Throw a few jalapenos in there, and you're good to go.
Did you get some more turkey, honey? It's a duck, huh? Duck.
Okay, here we are, second day, and just finishing up the leftovers. Even the leftovers warmed up, man, tastes great. This is excellent. Just to recap it, the cooking turned out great. I was thinking back on the last year when I first tried to cook a duck, and I didn't take these steps that we just went through. Basically tried to cook it like a turkey and didn't allow all the fat to drain out, and that one was horrible. Tasted like wallpaper paste. This is great. I'm looking forward to cooking the next one. Really delicious. It's almost like chicken but has even better flavor. You gotta try it. Good luck. Stay tuned for our next episode of How to Cook Menudo the authentic way. Coming to you soon.